Okay, so we're gonna talk about Slenderman today, even though I really don't want to because I'm kind of freaked out already, and I'm filming this when it's already a little bit dark out, and I'm giving myself the heebie-jeebies. Just to start out, like if you've never heard of Slenderman before, one, have you been under a rock? And two, have you been under a rock? Slenderman is like this creature. He is said to be very, very tall and very, very thin. If you haven't seen him before, I'll put a little picture up here so you can see what he looks like. I hear something. I told you, I'm freaking myself out. The legend behind Slenderman is kind of different depending on who you hear it from. I've heard that Slenderman is just out to kill people in general. I've heard that he is out to kill just children. I've heard that he abducts children and doesn't actually kill them. So there's lots of stories and myths around Slenderman. And that's all freaky and terrifying. But I want to talk about two specific things that freaked me out when I saw him. And I have to give credit to the YouTube channel Top 5s because this is where I heard this information from. And when I heard it, I was like, what? I had no idea that this stuff happened or was true and revolved around the whole Slenderman conspiracy theory stuff. Okay, so the first one is called the Henderson Horse Farm Incident, and this is a true story, just so you know. Police were called out to the Henderson farm because neighbors said that they could hear screaming and they could hear gunshots coming from the farmhouse. When police got to the farm, they went inside and found that one of the doors was barricaded with furniture. Once they got through the barricade, they saw Mr. Henderson laying on the bed, curled up in a fetal position. He didn't say a word, didn't acknowledge the police. They found a female on the ground next to him with a gunshot wound through her chest. And his daughter was missing. So Mr. Henderson continues his silence throughout the police investigation, and then he's admitted to a mental institution. He continues not to say a word for 3 years. And on the 3-year anniversary of the incident, he says this: "Skinny fella, suit, looking at me." What? Crazy, right? Mr. Henderson finally starts talking, and he starts talking about this tall, skinny guy that wanted to kidnap his wife and his child. He was trying to stop this man from stealing his wife and child, and I guess somehow she got shot, but the Slenderman ended up taking his child. And to this day, the child has never been found, completely disappeared off the map, never to be seen again. So now it gets really, really creepy. There's a photo taken of the farm 1 week before the incident occurred. And what do you see in the photo? Oh, I'll show you. Look at the photo. 1 week before this happens, you can see a slender man in a suit standing in front of the farm. Weird, right? One, who is this guy in the photo? Two, how come Mr. Henderson knew about it but didn't say anything for 3 years? If it was some type of hoax and this photo was taken just to prove Mr. Henderson's theory, it would have been taken after the fact, but it was taken before this stuff ever happened. The second incident that I want to talk about is even more creepy, okay? It's called the Sterling City Disappearances, and it happens here in Sterling City, California. Freaks me out even more. I can't stop looking out the door because I'm afraid something's gonna come through and grab me. So anyway, it's Sterling City. They talk about this disappearance because 14 children disappeared. Vanished. 14 children. You'd think somebody would be able to find something about where these 14 children went. But no, they completely disappear. Not only do the children disappear, but the photographer that took the photo also disappears. Now, the photo that this photographer took caught something on the camera. I'll show you here. As you can see, there's Slenderman again. I believe that the way this went down is that the photographer took the photo, and the same day that the photo was taken, the children went missing. And I think the photographer went missing that night or a day later or a week later, something like that. But I believe the photographer went missing later. It's just creepy that that thing shows up in the photo and then all 14 children go missing. So now the story gets even a little more disturbing. 5 months later, after these 14 children disappear, they find the body of one of these children. But they find the body miles and miles away from where it happened. Because of the decomposition of the body, they say that the child was alive for up to 4 months after he went missing. So whatever happened to this child, he was alive for 4 months before he died. So what happened to this child for those months that he was alive? Where did he go? Where did the rest of the children go? Nobody knows. It also should be mentioned that when they found the body, it was found in like some sort of bizarre type contortion, and the examiners had no known cause of death. They couldn't figure it out. I think the thing that creeps me out the most about this whole Slenderman like conspiracy or urban legend, creepypasta, whatever you want to call it, is that one of the myths is that he feeds on the paranoia or fear from his victims. And the more paranoid you are about him, the more he starts to show himself to you, almost kind of like playing with your mind a little bit, trying to get you as afraid as possible before he like snatches you up and takes you off to wherever. Okay, freaking myself out. I honestly am really scared, and I don't really want to talk about it anymore because I'm getting freaked out the more and more I talk about it. That's why I think like there's so much power behind the story of Slenderman, because it's one of those things where the more you think about it, the more you can't stop thinking about it, but then the more you're supposedly, like, I don't know, I did supposedly, but the more you're going to be doomed because you're thinking about him, and it's almost like your thoughts cause him to come. And I need to stop talking about it. So, I hope you guys liked this video. What are your thoughts on Slenderman and the whole story myth behind him? Do you think he is real? Do you think he is fake? Do you think it's just whatever? I don't know. All I know is I'm freaked out now, and I'm gonna get even more freaked out while I'm trying to edit this video, so I'm gonna go, and hopefully I don't die from the Slenderman. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys later. Bye.